Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Tuesday. So now y'all know I normally do conversations on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. However, yesterday got away from me, so here we are today. But I will be back tomorrow with the normal Wednesday car conversation. So I want to share some things that you must let go of in order to succeed. But before I jump into this, I want to first say welcome. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, and give this video a thumbs up because it helps the algorithm and allows my video to be seen by other people. So I want to thank you in advance for that. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Glad to have you because you know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. So here are some things that you need to let go of in order to unlock your full potential and live your best life. Number one, let go of past mistakes. We all make mistakes, but carrying around these mistakes will keep you from moving forward. Learn to forgive yourself. Learn from the mistake or mistakes and start building a better tomorrow. Your mistakes don't define you. Your responses to them do. Mistakes are part of the process. So I know we all have made mistakes. Some of us probably made mistakes today, but we all have made mistakes. Some are bigger than others, but nonetheless, it's part of the journey. You can't have a testimony without being tested, right? Well, you can't succeed in life if you've not experienced mistakes. Because if you never make a mistake, how do you get better? I'm just saying. But the thing is too many of us are carrying around those old mistakes. You walk around telling yourself, wow, I made a mistake in this relationship, or I made a mistake on this job. I made a mistake with my finances. Okay, you did do those things. And it's okay. You learn from them and then you move on. Stop allowing those mistakes to weigh you down. Some of you are carrying your mistakes like a backpack, and then you wonder why you can't move forward. Well, you can't move forward because you won't let go of what happened in the past. Let it go. Everything I said to you all 2 minutes ago is already in the past. So let it go. Stop carrying it around. And if you need help, and I mean this in all sincerity, if you need help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am more than willing to give you a free one-time consultation, and let's talk about it. And let's help you move past those past mistakes. And I get it. Sometimes people say, well, Michelle, you don't understand. This mistake cost me ABC, XYZ. And I do understand. Because of our mistakes, we all have lost something or some things. But the fact still remains that you cannot undo it. It happened. You learn from it. You ask God to forgive you first and foremost, and then you move on. Number two, let go of the toxic relationships. People come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Toxic relationships only serve to hinder your growth. Let that dead weight go. Some of y'all are carrying around some toxic relationships. It could be your spouse, your significant other, some friendships, some work relationships, some business relationships, whatever the case may be. When you find toxicity in that relationship, baby, you got to let it go. I'm not saying you can't love those people, you can't care for them, but you need to keep them at arm's length, if not a little bit further than that. See, I love all of God's children. I may not like them, but I love all of God's children, okay? So I can do that, but I don't have to break bread with everybody. I don't have to allow everybody in my inner circle, nor do I want to be in the inner circle of those toxic people, because you've shown me who you are. And I don't have time for that. That's not a place for me. And your toxicity has no place in my life. So I'm telling you now, if you have toxic relationships, let them go. And I know somebody's saying, but Michelle, I done been with this man or this woman for X number of years, and I put in the work, and I don't want to just walk away. Sweetie, you better walk away. You better walk away, because if you don't, you're going to find your hairline receding, your finance depleting, and your mental status just gone. You hear what I say? Let it go. Let it go, because it doesn't serve you. All it's doing is draining your energy, and it doesn't allow you to become your best self, because you're too busy trying to hold on to these toxic people, places, and things. Let them go, y'all. It's time. It's a whole new year. It is a whole new year, and we should not be carrying around toxic relationships, people, places, and things from last year or previous years. It's time to let it go, and it starts today. Number 3, let go of fear. Letting go of fear means that you won't, y'all know my handwriting is a mess. Letting go of fear means that you will let it, that you are allowing it to control you. Wait a minute, let me say that again. Let go of fear. It means that you won't let it control you anymore. It may still come up from time to time, and that's okay. You know, I know people say, well, if you love the Lord and you believe in God, then fear is not of God. And I understand that. However, fear is still very real. I don't know about you, but if somebody said, Michelle, you have to have this surgery on your knee, I don't like being put to sleep. If I fall asleep, that's one thing, but I don't like being given a substance that makes me go to sleep because I'm no longer in control. And something like that could trigger me to have a seizure, to believe it or not. And so I do have a fear of that. I don't want, we all have fears. I don't like spiders. I'm super afraid of spiders. I don't do snakes, and I don't do heights. There are a lot of things that we're afraid of. Now, the thing is that you can't let that fear stop you. When people start businesses, do you think that they don't experience fear? Absolutely, they do. But they do it anyway because they know that God is something good for them. This has been placed in them to do. And sometimes you have to step out and do it even when you're afraid. Y'all ever heard of that quote, do it afraid? Yeah, people do it every day. You've got to do it afraid. Some people live in neighborhoods and you know, I just pray for everybody, but some people live in neighborhoods that they're afraid to step out of their door every day because you don't know what's going to happen. You could be sitting on your couch, and this is anywhere really, and a bullet can come flying through your window, but they don't stop living life. So we have got to stop allowing fear to hold us back. When I first started my YouTube channel, was I afraid? Absolutely. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do this because this is what I want to do. This is my calling. I enjoy it. I love speaking life into people. I love motivating and encouraging and inspiring people. And I love it when you all reach out to me, be it via text mail or email or inbox or direct message or whatever, to say, Michelle, I love your content. You have no idea how you've inspired me to do ABCXYZ. But if I allowed fear to keep me from doing what I love doing, which is putting out motivational content, look at all the people that I wouldn't be able to help. I'm just saying. Number 4, let go of the need for approval. When you seek constant verification, it limits your authority. Let go of the need to please others and start living your life on your own terms. I've said this before. I don't need validation from anybody but God. As long as God is pleased with me and what I do and where I go and what I say, then I'm all right with that. If I sat around waiting for people to validate me, honey, I might be sitting in the same place. Do you understand what I'm saying? From now to the time that God calls me home. So stop. You don't need validation for others. If you know in your heart of hearts and you prayed on it and God said, yep, that's the thing you should do, go with that. You don't need anybody else's approval, because to be honest with you, you can do everything right and people will still dislike you. They still won't like what you're doing. Look at her, look at him. They think they all of that. Who cares? What they think of you is none of your business. It's none of my business. You know why? Because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So stop looking for approval from everyone. Because again, when you do that, you limit yourself. You say, okay, I took one step forward. Okay, I need the approval. Is it coming? And then before you can move forward, you got to have that approval. So guess what? You might end up being stuck in that same place for a long time, waiting for the approval. And then when you finally get it, you're like, okay, it's been 2 years, but I can take another step. You better stop waiting for that approval and go and do what God called you to do. Number 5, let go of grudges. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone the person's bad behavior. It means that you are choosing to free yourself from the burden of resentment. Let go and reclaim your peace of mind. I cannot stress this enough. And for those of you that are new, you've never heard this story, but others you probably have. Where I talked about somebody that I dated. I mean, just did me real dirty. You hear me? And for a long time, I carried a grudge. If his name popped up, that grudge that anger would just build up inside of me. If something I came across, I have a photo album of pictures of me and him and my daughter and his 2 kids where we would go places, hang out, just enjoying life. I did a whole scrapbook, and I started to throw it away, but I said, no, I'm not, just because of that jackass. I will keep it because I've always loved his kids and I still do. But the grudge that I carried, I think I was like in my 7th year. And, the 7 is the number of completion. And finally I said, you know what, Michelle, you got to let that go. You got to let that go. That man's probably moved on with his life. He's not thinking about you. Doesn't care about you. Probably don't even remember your name. Let it go. And so one night I sat in my room and I said, Lord, I've been carrying this grudge around for 7 years. And I'm tired. I just want to let it go. And I asked God to forgive me for carrying that grudge around, because that's not what he wants us to do. We're supposed to love each other even when people hurt us. Now understand, it's not with Michelle's love, it's with the love of God. Okay, let's be clear about that. And so me holding that grudge, it's not hurting him, it's hurting me. As a person, it's hurting me from, at that time, being able to move on and find happiness in other relationships because of that one grudge that I was holding against someone that probably wasn't even thinking about me. And so after I prayed, and I just felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I really, really, honest and truly did. If you've ever experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, just keep on living. But I did. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And I said, never again will I hold grudges. Things happen. You apologize. I apologize. And we're going to move on. I had a coworker. We were kind of butting heads for a moment. And then an incident happened at work, and I said to her, life is too short for us to sit here and keep going back and forth with one another. I said, so if I said anything that was offensive to you or hurtful to you, I apologize, because I know I'm better than that, and I know God is not pleased. And both of us go to church now, and we both know the Lord, and we serve in our churches. And she said, you know what? I accept your apology, she said, and I apologize for anything that I may have said or done that wasn't pleasing to God and or hurtful to you. And we've been cool ever since. God is good. But you got to stop holding on to grudges. Because here's the other thing, I'm going to move on. When you hold on to grudges, you miss out on blessings. Some of y'all are missing out on blessings right now because of the grudges that you're holding against somebody else. And just like you hold on to grudges against other people, somebody's holding a grudge against you. Let me move on. Number 6, let go of comparison. Comparison is the true thief of all joy. You and your journey are unique, which is why your success doesn't look like someone else's. Can't stress that enough. We have got to stop holding grudges. I mean, not grudges, Lord have mercy. I got distracted because I was watching my neighbor put on his shoes. They keep their shoes on the porch. And I always watch him just put his feet in the shoes. He never looks to see if anything has crawled in them. Whew, that makes my flesh crawl. But anyway, I digress. Let me go back to my notes. We talk about comparison. Too often we sit and we compare the blessings that God has given us with what he's given somebody else. Well, Lord, I put in all this hard work. I work overtime. I take on extra projects. But Susie got the promotion before I did. Yours came maybe 6 months to a year later, but you got your promotion. And your mind says, well, how come she got promoted over me and I do way more than she does? Well, because sometimes that promotion that you want may not be the thing that God wants for you. And so what I would encourage you to do is keep working. You have a great work ethic. Keep working. And God will allow the right people to see your hard work at the right time. So we say, well, I live my life in such a way that my stomach is growling. I go to church. I'm good to people. I pray. I meditate, all that other good stuff. And I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I ask God every day to provide my everyday needs and then some. But this person, they don't do any of that. And money just seems to come to them. Well, again, your blessing doesn't look like my blessing. Mine doesn't look like yours, and ours doesn't look like somebody else's. Everybody is blessed in the way that God sees fit to bless them. So stop comparing yourself or your blessings to other people. Here's another thing. You may have somebody, and I think I saw a video, I don't know if it was TikTok or Instagram, and the lady was talking about how she's a beautiful woman, but she's an attractive lady, and she was having a hard time finding a man, a good man. But she made a comment about women who are not so attractive and they have men. She made a comment about, you always see, as a matter of fact, she made a comment about the people on My 600-Pound Life, how they always have a husband and or a boyfriend. And here she's slim, in shape, attractive, and has nobody. Well, again, stop comparing yourself to that person. See, because you may have a pretty or handsome face, but you have an ugly heart. And that's why God has not sent someone in your life. Come on now. And that person, they may be 600 pounds or more, but they have a good heart. They just can't stop eating. And that's why God sent them the man or the woman that they have. So again, stop comparing yourself. Let me move on. Last but not least, number 7, let go of limiting beliefs, y'all. I love this one. What we believe shapes our reality. Limiting beliefs will only keep you from reaching your full potential. You are capable of achieving greatness, but first you have to believe you can. That's powerful. That is powerful. I cannot stress, and I stress this every day with at least one person I come in contact with. If you don't believe you can, you won't. It's as simple as that. If you don't believe you can, you won't. You've got to believe it. I was looking at a video where Steve Harvey talks about how he talks about his life. And many of you know his life story. But like he said, he was living in his car for a while. And look at him today. This man has more money than you and I probably will ever hope to make. And he's still got projects and things that he wants to do that will bring him in even more money. And so it goes to show you that if you believe you can do something, you can. That man believed that he wanted to be a comedian. He believed that he was going to be a great comedian, and he is. So he's achieved the goals that he set for himself. Why? Because he believed. Now imagine if he didn't believe in himself. And this is what frustrates me with people when I believe in them more than they believe in themselves. I want you all to start believing in you as much as I believe in you. See, I believe in me. I know what I want to do. I know what I've been called to do. And this is why I do what I do. I get on here, I put out my content, I meet people, I get coaching clients. I've been invited to speak on podcasts, all kinds of things. Why? Because I believe in me. I believe that I do have the gift of motivating and inspiring others and helping them to see the good that is inside of them. But if I let fear get in the way, I wouldn't be doing any of this. If I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't do any of this. Because here's the thing, in order to take the first step, you got to believe that you can accomplish something. And you might be saying, well, what if I fail? What if nobody comes to my event? What if nobody clicks on my video? What if nobody listens to my podcast? Okay, Ann, is life going to come to an end because those things didn't happen? Absolutely not. You keep putting out the content. I've shared this before. When I first started my YouTube channel, I would be doing my videos and I'm thanking my new subscribers and all that kind of good stuff. And I didn't have not one subscriber. You hear me? Not one. But I acted like I did. I believed that I did. I thank God for the subscribers that he had sent me and that he would send me. And I continued to do what I did, continue to do what I was doing because I knew that I would be successful at it. And this is why I do what I do. Simple as that. Some people say, well, Michelle, that's a lie. You have a full-time job? Absolutely. I have a job and I still make time to do 4 videos here on my car conversations. I do 2 motivational moments a week. So that's 6 videos just here on YouTube. I do 2 motivational moments on Instagram and TikTok and Thread. And I actually have a total of 6 podcast platforms, but I'm only actively using 3. The other 3, I think I'm gonna let those go because they're video podcasts. And I just don't have the time to let me not say that. I don't want to make the time to do those right now. Maybe in the fall, but for right now, I have 3 podcast platforms. That, in fact, I have to record one today. And I'm going to wrap this up because I need to go get me some, want me a bowl of cereal. Don't judge me because I don't judge you. I made me a bowl of cereal. I have to get myself together because we have a new class of deacons at my church and I'm one of the mentors, and we're meeting tonight at 7. So I wanted to get this video done before I go to do God's work. So y'all listen, that's all I have. Hopefully something I said resonates with you and helps you to be able to let go of some things and truly understand that those things that you're holding on to, they serve you no purpose, but they're holding you back from becoming the best you possible. And I want the best you possible to shine bright every day. I want the world to see in you what I see in you. Many of you I don't know, I've never met, probably never will meet, but I can still see the greatness in you. You have a lot to give. There's a lot that people can learn from you, but if you don't move those grudges and old hurts and fears out of the way, you are never going to be successful. Keep in mind, it all starts with you. You got to make the decision. Having said that, I love you all to the moon and back. You know I do, and there's nothing that you can ever do about it because that's not going to change. I love you all so much, and I truly do only want the best for you. So go out there, enjoy this beautiful, sunny, crisp 47-degree day. And whatever you do, wherever you go, have fun, enjoy yourselves, but be safe. I love you all, and we'll talk again tomorrow.